Hello, and welcome back. I'm Serene the Healer, and this is the Libra series of my love readings for this year. So what I've decided to do is something new. I'm going to pair each of the signs against the sign of Libra for the season when the sun is in Libra. And I think that these messages will be useful in several different contexts, but specifically what I'm going to look at is mind, heart, and spirit. Mother Mary. All right, so Mother Mary is representing our Libra in this reading, Libra Sun, and then we have Sagittarius in the moon position. So Libra is the masculine, the Sagittarius is the feminine, the yin, the moon, in that position. All right, so we've got the goddess Kali representing Sagittarius from my moon what is it, moon oracle deck. Makes sense, right? Okay. And now we're going to pull a card for each of these for the heart position of the reading. I see 2 5s. Wait, let me look that up. I forget which major that is. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Right. Okay, so Temperance and 5 of Swords. Whew. All right. So the Sagittarius person is in a very defensive, very combative type of conflict type energy, while the Libra person is feeling that, but it's like they're internalizing it all. So all of the conflict or the friction type energy that the Libra person is feeling, they are either attempting to counterbalance what they're getting from their Sagittarius partner by going super, super calm, super zen, or it's going on inside of them and they are struggling to keep that zen outer appearance in order to try and make sure things don't spiral out of control instead of, acting on them and whatnot. So I see it as, with it both being 5s, it's like you're on the same frequency, but you're interpreting it differently. No, you're just handling it differently. So it's a situation that you guys face together. Maybe you go somewhere in public together and someone says a rude thing, right? And the Sagittarius is like, I'm sorry, what? And the Libra is like, being the diplomatic, Libra, like, let's work this out kind of person. Or it is a conflict between the two of you, and the Sagittarius is like, no, we need to talk about this now. And the Libra is like, let me get myself calm so that I can talk to you about this without yelling or without saying things I don't mean, blah, 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 right? So that's what I see for the love vibe part of it. Now we're going to look at the mind. So heart, from heart to mind. Oh, wait, we gotta turn these over. These are after tarot, so they're supposed to be all one way. Okay. Oof. So we've got cups on the mind. So I see this as the motivation behind what is going on the love plane. And for that, the Libra feels like this is a conflict or a fight that could affect the overall relationship, the overall connection. Like, this is a big enough argument that if you don't come to some sort of agreement or even ground on it, that it might jeopardize the, stability of your connection, right? Whereas the Sagittarius is looking at it like it's not the end of the world. Like, we can disagree on this, or we can feel the way that we feel, or I can feel the way that I feel, right? And still stay in this relationship, still, not let it jeopardize. It's like, if it's not exactly what I want, that's fine. I'll just, throw it out, get the next one, right? So argument wise, if we don't come to a complete, reconciliation where we both are compromising and blah, 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 it's fine. But it is important to the Sagittarius. So it's like there's a disconnect between heart and mind for the Sagittarius, where the Libra person seems to be in one accord. Right, so let's look at spirit. We got heart, mind. We're gonna look at spirit. So I'm seeing my Sagittarius person as coming from a standpoint of this connection is better and stronger and more right for me than anything that I've experienced in the past. So the little arguments here and there, I can handle it. It's worth it to be in this connection with you, to have this connection with you, to be in this situation with you. They're looking at it more from a zoomed out perspective than the Libra person is. So for you as a Libra person, it's like, I feel like at the end of the day, either way you want to be with this person, but you want to know that they are somebody who will compromise where need be, that they will do what it takes in order to make sure that things are, you guys are on good terms, that they're not going to continue to bring this up over and over and over again. That's going to be able to get to the point to where you are okay again. And that fear of that not happening could actually be a disconnect in the communication between you guys. So let's look at the blocks and see. Okay. So I've got Two of Pentacles again. Two of Pentacles is the block between heart to heart. And I actually see that as a really good thing, because what it's saying to me here is, at the end of the day, I choose you, and you're both in agreement with that, right? So even though I feel like this is not a really big argument, it's not it's not going to test your bond that much, but I am being reminded of a very common bonding energy that shows up in the human design system, where having little arguments and fights can actually help you to build your bond stronger, because you have exercised those skills of reconciliation. You have it builds the trust between you, the culture that this is how we treat each other, that this is possible, that we don't fight dirty, certain things like that, that you can test in a situation like that, where you just wouldn't if you're just being agreeable all the time in order to save yourself from any kind of friction or conflict in the situation. So then let's look at the mind. For the mind, we've got High Priestess in the reverse as the block. And so for me, that is almost a refusal to listen to some guidance that you're getting, something that's coming in. So then that takes me to the image that's actually on the Four of Cups in the After Tarot, where he has recognized that the new cup has come in from Spirit, and he's like, nah. Hard pass. And so I feel like maybe in this reading, it's a stubbornness that's coming from the Sagittarius that is blocking the energy between mind and mind for you guys. So if this is a work project, or if this is, something that is not connected to a love connection, if you're watching this reading for a different sort of connection, it could be an uncompromising type of standpoint that the Sagittarius is having, because this is very important to them. There's something about this that they are not willing to give in on, because it is very important. And so you guys have to communicate mind to mind until you're able to hash all of that out and get your reconciliation, because until that is defined and understood between you, it's gonna be deadlocked. Okay, and so then if we look at Spirit, this was the first Two of Pentacles. This is the Two of Pentacles in reverse for the Libra, and the Six of Cups in reverse for the Sagittarius. So with the block being the Magician, I feel like for Libra, it is a failure to recognize that there is a third choice. Because the third choice might be something that you have to really adapt a creative mind, creative manifesting, right, standpoint in order to even make it possible, right? So it's like, one wants to live by the ocean, one wants to live in the mountains, and the compromise is what, right? And you're both saying there is no compromise. Either we move to the ocean or we move to the mountains, full stop, right? And there is a need for the Libra person to try and get creative with it and be like, what if we were, in the mountains overlooking you? You know what I'm saying? Like, to try and find that third option, that middle ground. And the Sagittarius is focused on avoiding something. And I feel like the whole reading for Sagittarius throughout is very connected, concise. It's like I have identified something that I am not happy with, that I cannot live with, and I refuse to move forward until it's changed. You know, like something has to be done about this. You know, I'm not getting in that car as long as it stinks, kind of situation. You know, and I feel like there's going to be some good that comes out of this. It's like a healthy conflict that allows you to do some thought exercise in order to learn more about one another, learn more about the situation, or learn more about what you want to create going forward because of the situation. All right. So with the moon mansions, the moon transits each sign throughout a 28-day period in about 2.5 days. It stays in each sign for about 2.5 days. So the moon's going to be in Sagittarius in probably the 19, 20, and 21. But I picked the 20th mansion because it's the day that the gate that Sagittarius would typically be in all, you know, a full day. If this is the center of that, you know, sign. And it's about the precipice. This guy is, you know, right on the ledge, right on the beginning of something or the end of something. He definitely looks like he's probably going to fall. Kind of full cardish, right? So I thought that was fascinating. I'm pulling out the, I've, you know, been pulling out the moon mansion for each of those in case it's something significant that we want to look back at, or if it's helpful to somebody that understands that version of astrology, the moon, you know, based versions of astrology that are apparently much older than the sun ones. All right, so that is the reading for Libra Sagittarius. I look forward to seeing if you guys like it, or if you watch it, share it, and I look forward to seeing you back here next time. Bye now.